Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Teaching Learning with Purnima once again. And today I will tell you a story about Robert Frost, one of the most renowned American poets. Once he was walking with his friend, who was also a poet, Edward Thomas. As they were walking, they suddenly felt that this is not their road, as there was a diversion. Means the road was forked into two, and now they were in dilemma, thinking which road they should take. After thinking hard, they decided on one road. But even after walking on the road of their choice, his friend was looking back again and again. He was again and again thinking about the road which they left behind. He was confused whether they ought to take the road which they could not take, which they left behind. And that is why Robert Frost composed this poem, The Road Not Taken, as a joke on his friend, Edward Thomas, telling that you are the ones who always think about the things which people could not take in their life, rather than concentrating on the things which they do in their present life. But this joke was taken very seriously by his poet friend as well as this world. Nobody thought that this can be a joke, and that is why this serious interpretation of people's dilemma and uncertainty of life is selected as the curriculum of class 9th. This poem is taken as a beautiful comment on the people who always think about the things which they could not do in their life, rather than concentrating on the things which they are doing in their present life. I will teach you the poem in detail in this video. So let's learn the poem, The Road Not Taken, composed by Robert Frost. Robert Frost is known for writing simple poems, nature poems, but with realistic themes. His poems always talk about life, and this poem also talks about life. It is an extended metaphor for life. When the poet talks about roads, he talks about choices. When he talks about wood, he talks about confusion. So this is an extended metaphor, and all these lines talk about life, philosophy of life. First of all, let me explain the poem. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both. And be one traveller long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. So first stanza talks about the dilemma, confusion, which we often face in our life. There were two roads on the way. First, he was traveling on one road. All of a sudden, there was a fork because the road had a diversion. Suppose this is the road. He was walking, and all of a sudden, it diverged into other direction. So now he is confused where to go, whether he should go straight or towards this side. So this road which was diverged, it was going into the wood, that is forest. And forest is full of trees, grass. It's very difficult to understand and identify the roads. That is why forest denotes confusion. Confusion of life. We are confused. We don't know what to do, where to go. That is why this wood is used. the word would is used. And yellow is actually the state of mind of poet. Yellow refers to despair, disappointment. Yellow color is pale color, lack of energy, lack of interest. So here, because of forest, poet is sad, confused. He doesn't know where to go. And this wood symbolizes forest and yellow symbolizes actually autumn season. Due to autumn season, the forest, the leaves of the trees are yellow. And this refers to the disappointed mood of the poet also. And two roads actually symbolize choices. Life offers many choices to us. And when there are two or more than two choices, we are confused which one to take. At every interval, at every juncture, we face this dilemma, which is symbolized by wood. And sorry, poet is sad because he cannot travel both the roads. At a time, you can travel only one road. Similarly, at a time, you can take only one choice. And deciding on one choice is actually very difficult. That is why poet is sad. Be one traveler. He is alone there. That is why he stood there for long time. Long means long time. For great duration, he stood there. Why he stood there? Thinking, deciding. He's thinking, he's deciding what to do, where to go, because there is a diversion in the road. So he's thinking, he's trying to see both the roads so that he can decide which road is better, which road is safer, which road is easier probably. That is why he stood there for a long time, thinking and deciding. And he started looking down on one. One means one road. He first looked on the first road as far as he could. He tried to look and inspect and decide, supervise, so that he can decide on one road. But he could not see the road because it bent. Bent means there was a bend in the road due to diversion. And it bent in undergrowth, growth of trees. Due to forest, there are many trees growing on the road, going by the side of the road. And that is why the poet could not see the road very far. Then took the other just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear, though as for that the passing there had warned them really about the same. Now he took the other road, second road. Took means he started thinking, inspecting, looking upon the second road, because he has to decide on one road. And the second road was just, means clean, clear, correct. Just here means correct, which is right choice. As it was fair, it seemed very good road, as if it will not give any difficulty. Clean and correct road. He also felt that this second road is offering better claims. Better claims means it claims that it is better. Claims are promises. And he felt that second road is promising to be better. Why? Because it was grassy. It was full of grass and there were trees around the road. That is why he felt that it will not tire him. Wear here means tire. किसी को थका देना. Wanted means lacked. कमी होना. किस चीज़ की कमी होना? टायर्डनेस की कमी होना. Poet felt that because the road is grassy, full of grass, and trees are growing both the sides on the road, that is why it lacks tiredness. This wear actually means weariness. This is an example of poetic license. Here, the correct word is weariness. The correct word is weariness means tiredness. He felt that it lacked tiredness. It means if you walk on the road, you will not be tired because it is grassy. Though, now here is a contradiction. Poet is contradicting because life is full of contradictions. Nothing is certain about life. Though as for that the passing there. For that means that person who is passing there, who is passing by the road, had warned them really about the same. Though this road, second road also, had warned the people, the passers-by, about the same, similarly as the first road had warned them. पहली रोड ने जितना लोगों को थकाया होगा उतना ही सेकंड रोड ने भी थकाया होगा. That's what he felt. Though it is grassy, it feels. The road is claiming that it will tire him less. But after walking on any road, any type of road, you will be tired. At the end of the day, you will be tired after walking on any road. That is why this cannot be said with certainty that after walking on second road, you will be tired less. You will be less tired. And both that morning equally lay. In leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day. Yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. Now he is comparing both the roads. He thinks that both means both the roads that morning means early morning were equal, were same or similar. Lay means lying, and here lying means looking. In the morning, in the early morning, they were looking same, equal. There were leaves on both the roads, but the leaves on the second road are still fresh. They are still green. And these leaves on the second road, why they are fresh, why they are green? Because no step had trodden. Trodden means walked. No step, no people have walked on the road. And that is why the leaves are fresh, they are green, they have not been turned black. They are not crushed, they are fresh, they are green. What does this mean? It means that many people have not walked on the second road. This is the second road, and second road's grass is still green and fresh. Oh, I kept the first for another day. Now, after thinking that grass on the second road is still green, he decided that he will take the first road another day, means next time, because he is still confused. Though he has decided that second road is better and the grass on the second road is fresh, still he is not sure about his decision, and he kept the first road for another day, for next time. In case the second road doesn't prove to be good, he will come back and try the first road. This is again interesting thing. Life offers many choices, but we are not sure about any choice until we try it. Maybe sometimes after trying we feel that okay, this choice was not right, and then we decide that we will come back and try the option which we could not take. That is human nature. They're not happy, they're not sure about their own decisions. Yet knowing how way leads on to way. Though he knows very well that life is uncertain, life is progressive. One way leads to another way. If you walk upon one road, it will take you yet another road, another thing, and then you will go very far. It will be very difficult for you to come back and take the first choice which you could not take that time. That is why here again contradiction. This poem is full of contradictions, just like our life. First he said second road is better because it is grassy. Then he said that both the roads will tire the people same way. First he said both the roads were same in the morning, and then he said that leaves on the second road were not turned black, they were fresh because many people have not walked on the road. Here first he decided that he will take the first road next time. But he knows contradiction. He knows that life is uncertain. You do not know where and how your life will take you. I doubted. He doubts his own decision that he will be able to come back and take the first road. It's very difficult to go back to your past and correct your mistakes, correct your decisions if they prove to be wrong. That is why, though he said that he will try first road again, but he knows that life is uncertain, one way leads to another way, and it takes you very far in your life. It becomes very difficult to come back and try one more option which you could not take first time. I shall be telling this with a sigh. Now he's thinking about future. He's thinking how his life will be and how he will be telling his story about this dilemma, about this decision to the next generation. So he's saying, I shall be telling this with a sigh. Sigh is a deep breath. This breath can be sad, also can be a sigh of relief. He's saying, I shall be telling my story to the future generation. Somewhere ages and ages hence, long back in his life. Maybe he is old that time and he's telling his story to the next generation, to his children, to his grandchildren, with a breath. And this poet has not clarified whether he is sad or whether he is happy. Probably he is sad, but we can't say this thing for sure because he does not know. Right now he does not know whether his decision will be right or wrong. How he can tell now that his decision will be right or wrong? In future he will be telling his story, that is there, but he does not know whether he will be sad or happy. That is why he has used this word which can be used for sorrow, also for happiness. Because he does not know this time, that is why he said, I will be telling my story with a sigh. Which story he will be telling? Two roads diverged in a wood and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. Now these three lines are the most beautiful lines of the poem. They also speak about the theme of the poem as well as the message of the poem. Theme of the poem is that life offers choices before us and we have to decide on one thing. And that decision brings a great difference in our life. That difference also, poet does not say whether this difference is positive or negative. It can be positive, it can be negative. You never know. We cannot speak about future. Poet doesn't want to speak about future. That is why he is saying that this life, which offers many choices, we have to decide on one thing, and the decision is very important, which can bring a great difference in your life. That is the theme. And he is saying, my story I will be telling to the people, to the children, my children or grandchildren, that two roads diverged in a wood. Once there was a diversion in the road, and I took the one less traveled by. I took the road which was, one means road. I took the road which was less traveled by people, which was the choice of very few people. It means probably the road is difficult. This is not the choice of common people. Maybe this is the choice of strong people, brave people. How does he understand that the second road was the choice of very few people? Because the grass on the second road was green. It was not trampled black. It was not trodden black. It was not crushed. It means many people have not walked on that road. That was the choice of very few people. So it must be difficult. He is ready to take this difficult choice. Why? Because he doesn't want to get lost in the crowd of common people. He doesn't want to get mixed with common people. He wants to do something different, and he wants to bring this difference in his life, whether this decision is positive or negative, whether this decision is very easy, simple, or difficult. So there we must appreciate the spirit of the poet, that he is thinking about the difference, being different from ordinary people, from common people. Here poet wants to give the message that we should have faith in our choice, in our decisions. Because then only we can bring difference in our life. Then we can only work hard as per our decision. We should not keep thinking about the road which we could not take. The title of the poem is The Road Not Taken. Actually, it talks about the choices which we could not take in our life, and we keep thinking about them. We should not keep thinking whether the choice is right or wrong, whether it will bring positive change in our life or not. Rather than, we should have faith in our decision. And decisions can definitely bring a difference in our life. I hope you have understood the poem. Thank you. Keep learning with me. Keep watching my channel. If you like my videos, subscribe my channel. Thank you. Bye-bye. All the best.